These women rejected a wealthy man and married a disabled man. Oh yeah, you heard me right. She sacrificed everything she had. Her family and friends treated her unkindly because they thought she was crazy, but she chose to marry a disabled man because of her unconditional love. I saw him because we were neighbors and I fell in love, but my family wasn't happy. My brother used to tell me that it was impossible for me to marry someone like this. Ever since we got married, we haven't had any conflicts between us. John is a 68-year-old man. He said he was not born disabled, he was born healthier and strong. When he reached middle age, he suffered from polio, which left him disabled for the rest of his life. My name is John and I am 68 years old. When I was born, I didn't have any disability, but when I got a bit older, I suffered from polio. I went to the hospital for treatment, but it didn't work out. That's when my life turned into this. Once his body began to forge itself, he was given physiotherapy to help him get better. However, despite their efforts, he did not fully recover. After, he learned to adjust to this new way of life and act like nothing happened. Even though the illness didn't go away, he did not let it stop him. He continued living and adapting to the challenges. As time went on, this condition remained a part of his life. He never found a cure, and this is how he will be for the rest of his days. In his childhood, it was not easy because of living with a disability. His friends did not treat him well, as some of them used to abuse him, and this made him unable to complete his studies. Living alongside other children was difficult for me. Some of them would look at me and feel like hitting me for no reason. There were also those who would catch sight of me and hurriedly run away. These experiences made him feel different from everyone else, and it was sometimes really hard. At this time, he had no one around him to help, except his mother. At that time, I had my mother, and you saw her. She was among those people. My mother was the one who took care of me and feed me, which was also difficult because we were not rich in our family. At that time, I had stopped schooling because it was challenging to continue studying. When John saw all this, he decided to follow God, and he started to spend almost his time in a church where he was blessed to know how to read. He met people who helped him, so he even built a house for himself, and that's when he got an idea of finding a woman to marry. God had a mercy on me because I was alone here with nothing. I had no one to help me. That's when I approached her and asked if we can date, and she agreed. After a while, I proposed to her to marry me. Then she said yes. At that time, I informed the leadership of the church where I was praying, and the pastor agreed to come home for religious marriage because it was not easy for me to get to the church. Only here, even though he had agreed with the girl that they would be married, it was still impossible because the girl's family did not know, and it was going to be a bad news for them. At first, when she told her parents about her relationship, they thought it was just something temporary that would go away. They didn't be happy about it. Her friends had even rejected her. The whole family threatened her to stop supporting her if she continued being with a man whom they say could hardly provide for her. My name is Budesiana, and I have been his wife for 35 years. It was not hard to meet each other because we were neighbors. When I saw him, I fell in love, but my parents didn't agree with our relationship. I had another brother who constantly told me not to be with a disabled man. My family tried to stop us. During our wedding, only my sister attended. She was the only one who supported me through it all. To Today, John and Sienna have lived together for 35 years. They have not had a blessing of children, but a child they adopted who went to school. They continue to love each other and share everything, only in a difficult way because of poverty. God has done miracles for me by giving me a wife. We have been together for 35 years. But even though we've been together, life has been tough because I can't move around much or work. But the important thing is that I'm with a woman who's been helping me from the very beginning. I'm grateful to her for staying by my side and not giving up on me. Some people would visit her not to show love, but to make sure she had made the wrong decision. They would make fun of her, saying that she didn't listen to her parent and now facing the results of her choice. Despite all this, she knew in her heart that she has done the right thing. She continued to love her husband and declared that she would never give up on him, no matter what challenges came their way. The life I live in today is very difficult, and I am old, as you can tell. In my old age and disability, I'm not able to do anything to earn. I would like to ask for charities to help me get food and maybe even get a wheelchair. It can be much better if they can help me to renew the roof of my house because it's old. Our relationship is not a problem, but life is difficult, such as finding food and other things. If there are any charities that can help us, we would like to ask for getting something to eat, because it's very difficult for us, and the land we have is very small. We can't even cultivate to get food. If you're willing to help this family, a fund will be donated via givinglife.com, and the link will be found in the description. In a world where people often focus on money and what's considered normal, their story gently reminds us that also disabled ones deserve to be loved, and the most valuable treasures are the connections we make and the love we care for. You and I can make a difference in their lives and remind them they are not alone in this journey.
Ndagukunda cyane.
Mirenge ndagukunda cyane.
Mu buryo ntazamuye kugenda.
Mirenge ntabwo nzabona imiti.
Izatitangira muri byose.
Mirenge nzatitangira muri byose.
Nk'uko Imana ibishatse.
Mirenge.
I am Shema Fabrice, and this is Afrimax English. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to never miss any of our daily amazing stories.